So shut up. Go on, Michelle. Let's
No, when
behave.
Robert saw me this morning, I was like, don't judge me now. I'm going to clean up. Don't worry. I'm going to clean up. Shit. There's a light somewhere in my house. Are you there still? You went away.
We went away to Michelle. Okay, she can hear us now.
I can hear you now.
Okay, we're going to be quiet for a little bit.
Oh, we're going to go live in 15 seconds, I think.
Oh, in 15 seconds.
I'll introduce you, though, okay?
Okay, get a flashlight.
Let me get a flashlight.
Today's episode was brought to you by American Vision Solar. Today's episode was brought to you by American Vision Solar.
For women, success is an entirely different game. Our goals are huge, and so are our responsibilities. There is work and there is play, health, friendships, and romance. The question is, how do you call all the shots and never lose sight on what it means to be a woman? Each week, Elena Cardone and Katrina Campins bring you topics, discussions, and tips with women in power who are going for it all and making it happen.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Women in Power. I'm with Katrina Campins. I'm Elena Cardone. Today, we have a mega superstar with us, Michelle Stafford. She's won 2 daytime Emmys, and she's been nominated 11 times, maybe more. We've lost count at this point. But she's super hot, super sexy, super powerful woman. She's doing it as a single chick. If you want to call in and ask her any questions at any point, please call in 305-865-8668. You can follow her at The Real Stafford. And we are looking live at the Twitter feed now. So if you want to post any comments, we'll be taking them as we go. So, Michelle Stafford, are you with us?
Hey.
And
I'm tweeting right now.
oh, you see how important do you feel social media is for women in power?
Aspects of your life that you want to keep private?
And some people think it's so controversial. I do it myself. I share pictures of our kids, but some people are very opposed to that. What do you say to that?
I know they are. Yeah, I respect their decision not to share.
Question that I had for you was, how did you decide who the father would be?
Oh, wow. That's you just want a nice man with nice sperm.
Let's back up, okay? Let's just back up 1 second. We're talking to Michelle Stafford, who is highly controversial on social media by sharing pictures with Natalia, her daughter. But also, just to back up, can you tell us walk our viewer who might not be familiar with your whole story about how you came about having a kid as a single chick?
As a single chick. Yeah.
Doing it as a single chick.
I was in my late 30s. I think that a lot of women do this. I mean, we're working now. We have careers. We're ambitious. It's all over the place. There are so many amazing women out there who choose to do their career. They're intelligent women. They want to. There's so much opportunity for us as women in this country. So much. It's astounding. And so they get to a point in their life where they're like 39 or 38, and they go, "Oh, whoa! I didn't do this. I didn't have a kid. Wow. I would like this."
Yep.
And honestly, it's very difficult at that age, and in your 40s to have a child. It's difficult biologically. It just is. Not that it can't be done. It's just difficult. So I kind of did that same thing, and so I started with adoption, and it didn't go that easily for me at the time. For me as a single woman, it wasn't that easy, and so I thought, how hard can this be? I'll just go get some sperm.
And was the adoption process not easy for you because you were a single woman?
I don't know why. I really don't know why. Because actually, when my surrogate was pregnant with my daughter, I had 2 great adoption situations come in. And one of them, a friend of mine has the child because she was trying to adopt at the same time, and I called her. Wow. And I was like, it makes me cry. Every time I talk about it, it makes me cry. But I'm like, I have your baby. I have your baby for you. And just really.
Okay, go on.
Hi. Am I done?
No, go.
No.
Oh, who is it?
I'm like, who is it? Who is it?
You know who it is.
Okay.
But that's such a beautiful thing. So the baby came. Yeah.
So anyway, I'll tell you later, Elena. I'll tell you who it is later.
Okay.
So anyway, so it just didn't go well for me, and then I thought, how easy to do this. I mean, how hard is it to get pregnant, right? And so I went and got sperm from an amazing human being.
Did you try, or did you consider having the baby yourself and then it didn't work out?
Yeah, I did. I tried for a while and it didn't work, and then I had a couple surgeries, and then it didn't work, and then I did IVF, and then I had my disc ruptured as a result of all the IVF drugs, and it was just really hard on my body, and I couldn't keep on trying to do it. So I ended up hiring a surrogate with my biological, my eggs, and she carried the baby for me.
Wait, time out. I need to go to break, but I want to continue with the story.
I want to know, when you get back again, how did you choose the right sperm, the right father?
Okay.
Stay tuned.
Talk about it.
For over 30 years, international interior designer Stephen G is a world-renowned master of contemporary and traditional high-end design.
To me, lifestyle and comfort is what a great design project is all about.
Interiors by Stephen G has galleries in Florida and New York. With staff fluent in 7 different languages, Interiors by Stephen G offers a full-service experience from construction to completion. Visit Interiors by Stephen G at Facebook or his website, interiorsbystephenG.com. That's interiorsbystephenG.com to get started on bringing your design fantasies to a level beyond your dreams. Visit interiorsbystephenG.com today.
First direct mail sale we had in helping us sell over 200 new Lexus in one weekend.
We have established relationships with some of the best dealerships in the nation.
When you work with Hamlin Associates, John is from the automotive business. John has a really good grasp of what it takes to make a sale successful, and John is very much worried about your return on investment.
Let us help you go to the next level.
Times best-selling author and self-made multi-millionaire entrepreneur Grant Cardone has partnered with the Hard Rock Hotel to bring you 10X Your Life at the Hard Rock Hotel Cancun. Reward yourself as you play hard at this all-inclusive luxury experience, and you'll work hard participating in C Grant seminars live on November 14th and 15th. These unique seminars were created to help you learn to 10x your finances, 10x your social media, 10x your business, and 10x your life. Visit 10xseminar.com to book your 10x experience now, for rates starting at $463 per night for 3 nights. Seminars, meals, and beverages are included. Stop settling. 10x your finances, reach your dreams, 10x your business, and 10x your life. Take action and go to 10xseminar.com now to book your 10x experience at the Hard Rock Hotel Cancun.
So we're back, another episode of Women in Power with our special guest, 2-time Emmy Award winner, Michelle Stafford, who is sharing with us her life experiences and how she's doing it as a single chick. Please call in, by the way. We're taking callers at 305-865-8668. So, Michelle. You're calling in? No. So tell us about that process. So you tried to have the baby on your own, and then you decided basically, to go this other route. And how did you decide, who would donate the sperm?
She's like, but she said you got to pick someone who's smart, intelligent, who's got good sperm.
Does it have to be a good friend?
What I want to know is, how did you pick the surrogate?
You got to pick someone like Grant Cardone.
I know. How come you didn't come ask us? Grant would have been like, that's mine.
He would have been like, I can't. Oh shoot! I hate this. Mac is a pain in the ass.
You're still on.
I know, but my screen went away. Okay, here you are. This is how I did it. And also, since it was so open, my daughter and the surrogate, and the only part that I don't tell anybody is who it is. It's the only part I don't divulge, because I feel like I have to tell, like something should be, private
Sacred.
with my daughter, right? And then, so only honestly, 4 people know who it is.
And I respect that you keep that sacred. Obviously, you need to share that with your daughter when she's older.
and then she can tell whoever she wants, But in picking sperm.
But is there a chance that it is Grant Cardone?
Yeah.
I mean, am I going to find out? Like, we're closer than, we know at this point?
Sabrina.
I would like that.
There's similarity.
They are. They are very similar. And Sabrina loves Natalia.
Oh, Natalia loves Sabrina.
All right. So going back to doing it as a single chick.
Okay.
So have you encountered, the thing that I love about, and if no one has checked out the Stafford Project yet, Michelle Stafford wrote, along with her 2 friends who happen to be named Paige Long and Paige Dorian, wrote a series called the Stafford Project. And it's it's a funny documentary, but not really satire of kind of your life, which I saw the episodes and they're hysterical. And you have definitely come across some very challenging, uncomfortable, awkward moments, such as, you are basically at the reproductive center trying to get pregnant. You come across a doctor who's basically like, oh, you know what? You're never going to be able to have kids, but you know what? I like you. You want to go on a date sometime? And it's like, are you kidding me? So there's been moments like that in your life that you've had to deal with.
You know that story.
I know that story. I was like, well, I didn't like Grant at first when he first met me. Maybe this is the guy you're going to marry. And you're like, are you insane? Like, you were so furious at me. I'm like, but he could be the one. He likes you. And of course, that was a completely not the pristine moment to do that, and very insensitive. And I could see how that could, you're like, are you insane? But me, I'm like, yes, I'm insane. And this could be your husband.
No, listen, but it was only because the guy, it was like the patient doctor thing. It's like, wait, he had seen my vag times.
That's just wrong.
I know, right?
But I'm like, hey, he liked what he saw.
So,
but you're like, but I didn't choose to show it to him in that kind of a way.
Oh man, he gave me 2 surgeries. He was all up in there. But really, I mean, he sees a lot of badges. So it really,
It was a compliment.
Since time has gone by, I can be a little lighter about it. And also, I used it for comedy, which was great. It was great fun.
I love how you are not ashamed, and you make fun of yourself all the time, which makes you so much more relatable. You're a really cool woman to watch, and so I really love that.
Self-deprecation is my friend.
Yes.
All right, so have you ever come across people that look at you and they're like, well, why is she so gorgeous and single? What's wrong with her?
Oh, people always say, why is she so gorgeous?
You're like, genetics, baby.
No, but you know what, Michelle, I was telling Elena that I was single for 4.5 years before I got married, and I remember I would go to events by myself and just do my thing and network, and people would be like, why don't you have a man? What's wrong with you? Are you asexual?
Isn't that weird that people do that? Like, why don't you have a man? Why don't you, is something wrong? It's like, it's just so strange to me. It's
so
like,
how do you deal with that? I mean, do you have like a standard line?
That to me all the time.
What?
I don't really care if they, I don't care if people, think that it doesn't matter to me. It really doesn't. When people say, why don't you have a man? I'm like, well, give me a good one, and
And have you had bad encounters in the past? Yeah.
Well,
rhetorical question, huh?
Are you like
are you purposely avoiding them at this point or not?
God, no. I love men.
Oh, okay.
I love the penis. I love men. I go out on dates. It used to be more.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so busy, and just the other night I went out on a date with a lovely gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you look for in a man now?
A big weenie.
He's so funny. You are a character.
So you're like, he comes to pick you up at the date, and you're like, wait, before we move any further, unbuckle, let me look. Okay, we can go.
No, I just, what do I look for in a man? Somebody who's really light about life, who has joie de vivre, who is really living life. I mean, that's the most, the biggest.
Doesn't take themselves too seriously.
Oh, God, no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's, like, we wouldn't even get on, me and somebody who took himself seriously. I would be...
I want to hear about the date, though. Don't avoid the date. Tell me what y'all do. What does a guy what does someone do when they date a celebrity? Comes to the door? Is he nervous? I mean, tell me.
Friends set us up, so we all went out.
Okay, that's safer.
It's safe, right?
Mm-hmm. What industry is he in, though? Because I agree with Atlanta. Like, was he intimidated by your success or by the fact that you are a celebrity?
Oh, no. Well, he's a photographer.
Okay. All right.
So, and he does very well with that. And so, yeah, I mean, they just, you just go out and have a good time, and maybe you get on, and we'll see.
She's so cute.
She's like, maybe you'll get on, and we'll see.
Wait, did you go on a second date, or is
or
that
maybe
still
we'll
to be
see,
seen?
and then we'll get on. I don't know. But stay tuned. We'll be right back for our last segment with Michelle Stafford. Stay tuned. If you have any questions, call 305-865-8668.
Hey, honey. What happened to your face?
Are you tired of missing sales? Come on, be honest. Are you getting all there is in the marketplace? Take an honest look in your mind's eye at your sales team right now. Are they doing everything they can to make that extra sale? If you're tired of watching your salespeople be tongue-tied, not follow up, not know their product, not know what to say at that critical moment, welcome to TiredOfMissingSales.com. My name's Grant Cardone. I know your frustrations. Look, whether your people sell over the phone or in person, whether you sell a tangible or an intangible, I can increase the sales of any company by at least 15% guaranteed. Go to tiredofmissingsales.com and I'll show you the top 3 reasons your salespeople don't make those extra sales. Go to tiredofmissingsales.com.
Welcome back to Women in Power. We are with the hotness that is Michelle Stafford, 2-time Emmy Award-winning actress, nominated 11 times. Okay, so we have a caller on the phone, which I want to get to in a minute. But gentlemen, if there's any gentlemen out there, now is your time. I might actually be able to get you on a date with Michelle Stafford. You got to call in 305-865-8668 or tweet me or Katrina at Katrina Campins and at Elena Cardone. Okay, guys, this is your chance. Now we're going to take...
Now the phone starts ringing off the hook.
Passos. Are you on, Passos? We have a caller.
Yes.
Woo! What's going on, my friend?
Is this Michelle?
Forget about us.
Okay, it's working. Yes, Michelle is on and she can hear you.
Is this Michelle, my best buddy?
Your best
Michelle,
buddy?
I miss you.
Do you know Passos?
Not only me, my niece and I were in the studio back in April last year.
Which studio?
Visiting the Young and the Restless. But you were there for a few minutes and then you disappeared like the wind.
Oh, you disappeared like the wind.
I was very sad that I didn't have a chance to meet you and hug you and say hello and what great of an actor you are. But we saw Jack, and I've been watching the show. My niece has been watching it since she was a baby.
So you have a fan, Michelle, who
visited
visited
you on the set. For the last 20 years that you've been on the show, and she loves you dearly. And she misses you for not being there.
Was it really me? Because April of last year, I wasn't there.
I think 2013.
April 2013.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was there.
Okay,
yes,
so Passos, you missed your golden opportunity. Why would you let Passos? Why would you let the girl of your dreams disappear in the wind?
Michelle, you were like the wind, my God. That is your nature. You're a dynamo. And that's what we're missing.
Michelle, we missed you on YNR.
Well, guys, she's on General Hospital. You just gotta turn the channel.
You guys gotta tune in, man. I'm getting a lot of people saying I miss you, but you got to come to General Hospital, baby.
We over in the GH now. Okay, so do you have a question or did you just want to divulge your undying dedication?
No, I want to know what it will take to bring it back.
We wanted to say, Michelle, you are an amazing inspiration to all of us ladies out there. You took me through so much in my life, and we really, really enjoy watching you. You're a strong woman and a career woman, and it's certainly a testament that a woman can have it all.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I had a great time when I was on YNR. It was really such an awesome job, and I really enjoyed myself. I left. I have to do this again. And I hope to entertain people with my new role on General Hospital. I hope that you guys tune in and enjoy it too. Tune in as well. Keep on watching YNR, but watch General Hospital too.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well, there you have it. All right. We've already got fans calling in for you, Michelle. And now I've put it out there that if we get more callers, perhaps I can be the one right here on this show to hook you on a date.
Oh,
but
God.
you have to go through the qualifications of me first.
Yes.
And I am one tough cookie. So, Michelle, now we're going back to doing it as a single chick. What do you think is the most, like, the coolest thing about doing it as a single chick and the most challenging thing? So the coolest thing and the most challenging thing as doing it as a single chick.
Right. I mean, I'm not arguing with anybody about how to raise my kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a good thing.
Yep.
And I know
And that is a good thing.
Yeah. I mean, I know that happens. Nobody's saying I'm doing a bad job or anything. But then the bad thing, conversely, is I don't have anybody, helping me with a load, and it's actually the emotional. It's not so much the physical work; it's the emotional work. It's like it's always me, always. I can never go. You know what? This one is yours.
Oh, yes.
Joe or whatever his name is. Like this one's yours. You do, and like it's always on me. So it's a two-sided that.
Okay. Now I'm totally segueing back to the date that we had the other night. Does this guy get another date?
That was my question. I was also thinking that in my head. Like, well, did he get a second date?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he's
I'm
really
putting her on
cool.
the spot.
And you know what? This is the thing. Also, your friends who set you up. Like I've had friends set me up, and I've been like, "What
were you
really
thinking?
You thought that we would have something in common?" And so I had a friend set me up, and she really did me right. She did me right.
Okay, that's good. And what and what did you like most about him? Was the laughter, the humor, the fact that he can relate to you?
The way he looks.
He was really confident. I like that the most. He's really confident in
We
himself.
like a man.
So you like a man to basically lead you and tell you what to do, or is there a delicate line there?
No, tell me what to do.
See, I'm telling you, Michelle, I've said this because and I used to write about being a single, successful superwoman who had it all but basically didn't have the man. And I always said that I wanted a man to be able to lead me and tell me what to do. And I don't care what any successful woman says.
But with your career?
No, not with my career,
Yeah,
but I don't care what any successful woman says. She wants to let go and be a woman. She wants to be told what to do. And so, now I have a man that does that, and I think that every woman wants that, even if she's successful. So,
well,
all right.
I think the told what to do. I know how you mean that.
Yeah.
I know how you mean it. But when you hear told what to do, like immediately you go, oh,
no, but just lead you, not
like
ask
someone
you.
that's not like kissing your ass the whole time.
Right.
Like, do you want to do this or what do you want to do? But someone who's like, we're going here, we're
Yeah,
going there.
exactly.
Let's get
That
ready.
makes
Go to the-
decisions,
Yeah.
and that
They have
leads.
their own life.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have their own life. They have their own thing. Of course. And he's like, I'm doing this. And then you meet in the middle somehow.
Yeah.
We have a Diva T from
Diva T.
Pennsylvania. Let's take Diva T.
Diva T!
Bring it on, Diva T. You there?
Yes, I'm here. How are you?
Good.
How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I was just sitting here listening to, the power talk. And I was like, well, let me see if I can get in and put my 2 cents in.
Oh, please do. What would you like to say?
Well, you know what? I never can figure this out. When it's a man, a single man, when he's focused, he's out there doing his thing. I don't have time to date because, I got to stay focused with being successful. It's all right.
Totally.
When it's a woman,
What's
she's
wrong with
focused. She's doing her thing. It's not about her, sleeping with every time, Dick and Harry. She's just doing her thing, 100% focused. Something's wrong with her.
Mm-hmm. Or someone
I have
asks,
a problem with that. I have a problem with that. And I think it is, when a woman is single and when she is 100% focused with her direction, she starts to come more into herself and more powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I think at that point is when she can really attract the right person that's for her, opposed to her being the emotional distraught that we normally are and attracting all the wrong idiots that get in the way from the beginning. So I just wanted to share my
It's so true. No,
I'm
but
going to
it's
let
so true.
Michelle.
think it's fair.
Michelle, take it away.
Well, I mean, I know what you're talking about, but I think it's kind of coming on men too nowadays. Remember, like George Clooney, every time he turned around, somebody was saying, "Why aren't you married? Why haven't you found?" And he'd make jokes about it, and "Oh, I'm never getting married." And so, like, you know, I think that but I think that it comes from a good place with people. I think that it comes out as kind of like, don't, you know, it's offensive. It can be offensive, but I think that people are like, wow, you know, you're so cool. Why aren't you sharing your coolness with someone? I mean, I think that it doesn't come from a mean place. They're like, whoa, I don't get it. Then they start being like, what's wrong with you? And then it can get funky. But
I have never heard that viewpoint before. I love the optimism. Yeah. Thank you for calling in, Diva T. Now we're going to take Derek Jones from Maryland. Derek, I've never had more men call in. I wonder why. Go on, Derek.
Actually, honestly, I just got off from work, and I was I came across Grant Cardone, and I was calling and hoping that I could speak to him, but you know, when I logged on, I saw that it wasn't something that.
Is this a freaking joke? Are you kidding me? I can't believe, like.
But then you saw that.
I'm the one who did the cartoon.
The cartoon of what?
Mm-hmm. I did a cartoon of Grant Cardone.
Is Grant there?
Oh, he designed the cartoon
of the G&E show. No way, really?
That's a great cartoon, by the way.
Up him pointing the finger.
Oh, yeah, the one of him. Oh, that's so cool. Well,
thank you.
So, but you want to speak to Michelle? So you
great? No, he didn't want to speak to Michelle. Let's make that clear, okay? Let's not compliment ourselves. He was calling for Grant Cardone, which I know if Grant's listening to the show, he is beaming right now. But Derek, you did call Women in Power, and I have locked the door specifically so Grant Cardone cannot bust in. So I find it highly unlikely you'll be able to speak to him. Is there anything you have to share or ask or anything with us?
No, he doesn't want us.
When I do want to weigh in on, you know, just women in power in general, you know, many females, many women actually have a lot of power that they really don't even know of. Mm-hmm. You know, and I see that every day on my Instagram feed. You know, they have so much potential.
It's very
to just
true.
Be great.
Yeah.
And what do you think they're lacking? What do you see as missing that could take them from what you're noticing to where they could be? What would it be? What's the difference?
Just the way. I can't think
the way they portraying themselves.
I didn't expect to get through, but the way,
like they're portraying themselves as filthy whores.
Michelle's like, is it because they're portraying themselves like filthy whores?
But it's the way, because we had this
self-respect, and it's also the way men treat women. You know, we like to men as a whole, not all, but men as a whole like to downplay women, and that's not what we should do. We should uplift our women.
Yeah, but you know what we had this, and Michelle would appreciate this. We had this conversation in another show where women are portraying themselves as such. So of course, how are you can you demand that respect when you're?
Well, here's
and as a daughter, I'm not gonna. I mean, I snuff that stuff out. I'm snuffing little short skirts. It's like,
yeah,
no.
Oh my God, you're never gonna believe this. Do you know I have a caller on the line, Grant Cardone, who called in Women of Power to see if he could speak to you. Oh my God. He just left. Derek, what do you say to that? Grant Cardone walked out of the room on me.
You should have let him know that I was the one who did the cartoon.
I know. I didn't even get a word in. He was like, psh. Well, that doesn't. Okay, real quick, Michelle, do you consider yourself a woman in power?
Thanks so much for calling.
Yes.
When did you, have you always felt that way? And if not, what was the deciding moment?
I'd like to see a cartoon.
What launched that?
The deciding moment when you asked me to be on the show.
She's so sweet.
All right, and you got any Spitfire questions?
Well, I just want to know. So, what do you see in the next stage of your life? Like, what's next for you? You're back. You're back.
Well, she's gonna win. Michelle, feel free to answer, but she's gonna win the next Emmy this year for her role on General Hospital. Okay. Aside from that, go on.
What do I have next? Well, we're going into season 2. We're working out season 2 of the Stafford Project. It's a big deal.
Yay!
We're really on the cusp of working out season 2. We really just needed somebody to buy it. We're also doing a special thing for Christmas. We're going to take all the shows off the website. We're going to put them into DVD form. We're going to do a special behind-the-scenes compilation that you can only get if you buy, the DVDs. And so we're going to have that out before Christmas. This is the first time I announced that, by the way.
You heard it here. Women in Power. I see. I'm busting out news.
Yeah, you are. I'm telling you, Michelle, you're so cool. You're lighthearted. You're funny, and such an inspiration to so many women. I love how real you are.
Oh, thank you. How else would we be, right?
I know, but in this society, it's just so difficult for people to just be themselves, and you're the epitome of that. And so, thank you so much.
Yeah, because you feel like when we're talking to you, it doesn't.
It's like
it seems
you're talking
easy.
to a girlfriend. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I like girls. I like people. I like girls. I like guys. I just like living is really fun. I mean, the alternative sucks, right?
That's true. That's true. We do not recommend the alternative.
I know, and so I like that I get up in the morning and I have an amazing daughter. I have an amazing life. I work as an actress. There are so many non-working actors, and I work, and people still want to see me. And
by the way, Michelle, would you allow your daughter to become an actress?
Yeah, if she really wanted to. I think it's a great profession. I think it's beautifully artistic, and you make people see themselves by what you put out there. People watch your performance and they see things about themselves, and I think that's a really beautiful thing to do.
And when did you realize that you wanted to be an actress? How old were you?
I think I realized it in high school or junior high, but it's what my sister wanted to be. So I kind of stayed away from it. And then when my sister decided not to do it, I felt freedom to go into it because I kind of didn't want to like tread on her territory. You know what I mean? When you have sisters?
Yes.
It was like, I didn't want to take what she was doing. So I modeled. And then,
and with your personality, I'm sure modeling with people telling you what to do and where to go and where to stand, I'm sure that wasn't.
It just wasn't. It wasn't for me. And I was never thin enough. I was never pretty enough. I was never tall enough. My nose was always. It was just. It puts a lot of emphasis on somebody's body, and it's just not how I do life. Yeah. So I didn't really dig it that much, but so I professionally started taking acting class at about 20 years old.
And then you were already living in LA, or you moved to LA to pursue that?
I'm from LA. That's where I'm from.
Okay.
It's my town.
And how difficult was it for you to get your first job?
It's the grind. I mean, you go to acting class, and then you get an agent, and then you go on auditions, and then eventually you score something. You got to keep on going out there. It's sales. I mean, it really is sales. It's you're selling your interpretation of a character, right? And so you just got to keep on going.
I love that you said it's sales, because Grant is like, everything is selling. You're either, whether it's the 5-year-old selling ice cream or you're selling a role to producers or directing, it's all about sales. And I think a lot of artists don't really see that. They think of themselves not as a salesperson. So that's interesting you say that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different harmonic of sales, but it's still sales. You're going in and you're selling an interpretation. You're giving them, this is my pitch on this character. You're giving that to them, and they either want it or they don't. And you got to figure out how you can get people to want it.
Look, my husband's a shameless plug. He had someone come in and show his book, Seller Behold, Sold. Seller Behold. Seller Behold. Seller Be Sold. Michelle, what's the biggest acting disappointment or disappointment you've had in your life thus far?
Acting disappointment?
Sure.
Oh, you know what? There was one. There's so many projects that you get close to, right? But there was this one project called Happy Texas that they really loved me, and I think I went in It was a movie. It was an independent film. I went in like a bunch of times, and it was right after I had left Young and the Restless in 1998, I think, and I had left for 2 years or 3 years, I can't remember, and I came really close, and then one person didn't dig me, and I kind of at the end sort of gave up. I kind of was like, you know, I kind of just had as much fire in my belly as I had in the beginning. I was just slightly defeated. I didn't get it. It went on to Sundance, and it was like the film that year at Sundance.
I do remember this film, by the way.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the one thing that you wanted that you couldn't get. But do you see the blessing in not getting it now? Like, did something else? No.
She's like, no. What's the hardest thing you've ever done?
It would have been a career changer.
Really?
That, for me, yeah, it would have been a total career changer. And I remember reading the trades, and on the front of Variety that Sundance season was Sundance is happy. I just remember.
And you're like, and I'm not.
It's named Happy. And I was just like, it was one of those things, yeah, and it just didn't work out. And that was a disappointment for me.
What's the hardest thing you've ever done?
I had a child.
What's that?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah.
Grant wants to know, what are your favorite shoes?
My favorite shoes?
Yeah.
You know, I don't like Christian Louboutin. I'm going to say that publicly. And I don't like the way I was treated. I'm going to the don't like. I don't like the way I was treated in their store here in Beverly Hills. I'm just going to say that.
What happened?
Disrespectfully.
Ooh.
Very disrespectfully.
What? They didn't know, like, what? They thought you didn't have money? Or how did they disrespect you?
Well, it was almost like that. It was like I had a situation with the shoes. Something happened. And they were like, we're Christian Louboutin. We won't take a return. And I said, but it's defective.
Faulty
I'm
shoe.
sorry.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And they're not cheap.
They ain't. And but my favorite shoes, I don't know. Grant, are you going to buy?
That's a Christian Louboutin shoe.
Yeah, she wants to know. So, are you sending her a gift?
Do it again.
Are you sending me a gift of shoes? That's awesome. I got really weird feet.
She can't see.
I can't see.
What
them.
size are you, Michelle?
Well, I'm 8.5.
8.5, folks. Okay. Michelle Stafford.
In case anyone wants to call in and go on a date with Michelle or buy her a pair of shoes.
No,
they
buy
might
me
have.
a pair of shoes, and I'll try to get you the date with Michelle
What's the
Stafford.
worst
Come on.
sex she's ever had with a man.
Worst sex you've ever had with a man?
The worst sex?
Mm-hmm.
You want names, or do you want me to tell you like how bad it was?
Both. Come on.
I can't give you names.
Okay.
But, I can't talk about that.
One. You only have to talk about one.
I'll just say I think when a man isn't interested in pleasing his woman, that's very bad sex.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
When he's not interested.
That is not Whatever It Takes network. A guy who will not please his woman is definitely not Whatever It Takes network. Which you happen to be watching. Go on.
It's so funny. I got people working on my house, and
Is she subscribed?
They must be like, whoa, want to come back here every day.
they're like, I've known
Okay,
them
best
forever.
sex. Best sex.
Best? Oh.
That one, we want that one. You said nothing
Look
was
how
off
red
the
she is.
table. Nothing was off the table. I asked. You had a chance. Now,
I'm not going to give you names.
All right.
It didn't work out with a certain gentleman.
I can guess. She's like, why? I want to hear the sex first. Then we can get to the why.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, are you listening? Are you listening? I am. Best sex, where, why?
The name of the show just changed. See, that's why.
Michelle. I'm still waiting.
She's never been speechless.
No?
I can't. He was a very nice gentleman.
But why didn't it work out then?
Oh, can you just say where? Bathtub being served mango slices and bubbles, or what?
For God's sake, all over, Elena. Of course. Where? Where wasn't it?
Oh, now I'm blushing.
But listen, and he liked the alcoholic beverages too much. That's why
he was a drinker.
Yeah, that is a problem. Yep.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Get back to women in power.
It didn't seem to affect him, but Physically, it didn't affect him physically.
These are all aspects of women in power. All aspects.
What are you at now?
Grant Cardone is begging me to ask you, but we won't. Katrina and I will not ask you.
How much money do you make on General Hospital?
See, I mean, he's just coming out of the woodwork here.
How much they pay you? If 700?
So like a few million.
Oh yeah!
I love you, Michelle Stafford. You know, you're one of my favorite women in the whole world.
Really?
Totally, dude. Love you. Totally get who you are. Really appreciate everything that you've done in your life and your career. Just in everything you do in your life. I really, really respect you.
Thank you, baby. Back at you with all of that. You're
And
amazing.
what are you doing with all your money? I know you're making shitloads of money right now.
Yeah, right? Shitloads. Like I can't even.
I don't even know how you're sitting. Why isn't?
My face.
Yeah, why isn't it just piled up high in that room right there?
Like a rap video.
Ask her money or happiness.
Money or happiness?
Both.
Single or married?
Both.
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 How do you both? You're just
They
like
do
Kadeem.
say that women have
She's
5
like-
different personalities. I've never heard both in that question.
I actually understand it. It's
Depends
like, you
on
know
what
what?
day.
Single and I'll date when I want. But that's not married.
Yeah, or you could be married with the mindset of being single still, except when you're home taking care of your man.
Oh, wow. You're such a character, Michelle. We adore you.
All right, well, let's just recap because we're going to have to wind it up here. If you haven't had a chance to check out Michelle on General Hospital, it's an absolute must because she is going to win the Emmy this year. Yes, you are. Shut up. You're hearing it first on Women in Power by Elena Cardone. She's winning this year. It's done. Now, what you also need to check out is the Stafford Project. I just watched each episode back to back. It had me hooked. It's hilarious. It's beyond hilarious. It's actually genius.
Check it out quick.
And you're so
It's
talented.
leaving soon.
Mm-hmm. And that's right, because she's gonna. Okay. And let's see. You're watching Women in Power with Katrina Campins, Elena Cardone, the fabulous, as always, Michelle Stafford.
And if you want to go on a date with Michelle, tweet to us.
Yes, at Katrina Campins, at Elena Cardone. And you can always follow and tweet yourself to The Real Stafford. I'm sure.
I need to come to Miami, right?
What's that?
I need to come to
Oh,
Miami.
my God,
Oh,
yes.
heck yeah.
We'll set you up on a bunch of dates.
Okay. Cool.
And we'll have her in the studio.
We'll be filming from the bushes.
So
How's this
fun.
date going?
So fun.
Yes, we'd love to have you in studio.
Okay,
All
I'll
right.
come.
So that's what we have in the future. Thanks for tuning in to Women in Power. We'll see you again next week.
There are 7 billion people in the world. Who are you? How are you different?
7 billion people on planet Earth. There's a small portion of them that want greatness.
Seller Be Sold, book and audio package.
You can't get away from this idea that you just have to sell more.
Voted the #1 business sales book by Axiom Gold Awards. Now, for the first time ever, in audio, read by Grant Cardone. If you want to get your way in business and in life, call 800-368-5771. Seller Be Sold, book and audio package. Call 800-368-5771 today.